Inspire with Nendrix, the foundation.
Community, this is Dr. Danielle Hairston. I'm coming back to you with another 5-minute quickie. Oh my goodness, it's been a couple months. Charge it to my head and on my heart. I have been having the toughest time with my video editing. So I have lots of videos recorded waiting for you guys. And so I just wanted to come and say hello again and share a quick message with you. I just had a conversation with a really good friend of mine the other day, and he was talking about some challenges he was having in his workplace, and just dealing with customers and customers questioning his authority, or customers questioning his talent or his skills or his capacity to do the job, and how it kind of triggers him sometimes, or it just gets up underneath his wings sometimes. And I remember reading a quote some time ago about the power that we retain when we recognize that we don't have to respond to everything. And I thought that was really critical, because when I was younger, people would say things, do things that was, to me, hurtful. I think I was more sensitive as a younger person than I am now. And I would feel like I needed to respond to all of it. I felt like I needed to justify everything. I felt like I needed to be in defense all the time. I felt like I needed to constantly be in this mode where people need to know that I'm smart, and people need to know that I'm fabulous, and people need to know that I know my job, and people need to know that I'm not a mean person. Like I need to and I would spend a lot of energy and invest a lot of time in doing that. And oftentimes when people are being critical and hurtful towards you, that's the fuel for them, like your response, your response, because that fuels them to come back again. And then I realized as I got older that the power that I have is really in my silence, right? I don't have to respond to, there are some times where you have to respond to things. Like I gotta, I gotta correct this particular behavior right now. Let me nip it in the bud right now, because it could be harmful or damaging. But I had to also recognize that there are things that do not necessarily need a response every time, and that there's some power in not responding. Like, think about the power that you retain by not responding. And sometimes it's just in the way you move. After the initial attack, after the initial negative encounter, after the initial rumor, or whatever that thing is that kind of gets you up in arms, that you feel like you need to respond. But imagine the power that you retain when you're just not going to respond to it. You're just going to move in a way that lets them know that I see you. I know who you are. And whatever thing it is that you think I'm not, you're gonna see it. I'm gonna make sure that you see it. I'm gonna make sure that every opportunity that is available, that you see it, because it's going to be in my walk. If you don't believe that I'm eligible or smart enough to be in my role, you're gonna see it in the way I move. It's okay. If you don't feel like, I'm a good person, you're going to see it in the way I engage with people and how other people talk about the relationship that they have. You're going to see it. But do I necessarily need to respond to everything that someone says or does to me? No, I don't think so. There's a level of amazing power that you have when you just pause and say, is this conversation about me really, or is it about the person who's sharing that negativity? There's something deeply broken about that person, that they feel like that they need to spew all of that ugliness towards you. And so when I read this amazing book called The 4 Agreements, one of the things that I read in there was that to not take things personal. That oftentimes, a high percentage of the time, when people say or do things negative towards you, it's not really about you, it's about them. It's about them, their experience, their life, their history, and less about you. And so in those cases, do you absolutely need to respond to everything? That's just something that I was reflecting on today, and I thought I wanted to share that with you. And so think about that. Comment below. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe so that you can get more of these 5-minute quickies, and click that bell so that you can be alerted, and share with someone else. Until next time, continue to live your best life and be well.
We're chillin', having our fun. Come spend the weekend with us in our house.